You're working hard, right? Pouring everything you've got into your business. But are you actually getting the clients you deserve? Well, in this explainer, we're going to get right to the heart of that exact problem. I mean, does this sound familiar? It's like you're on a treadmill, you're hustling, you're putting in all the work, but your client list just isn't growing. Let me tell you, you are not alone in this. And the reason why, it's probably not what you think. So let's talk about it. Why does all that hard work feel like you're just spinning your wheels and getting nowhere? Let's dig in. You're doing all the things. You're posting on social media, you're networking, you're creating content. You're basically following the playbook to the letter, but it feels like you're still losing the game. It's so frustrating, and frankly, it's exhausting. To really bring this home, let me tell you a quick story. It's a really powerful example of what it feels like to be totally stuck in that grind. $150. That's it. That was the price for a new client. I mean, that's barely enough to cover gas money, let alone build a real living. And the amount of effort it took to get that? It was just immense. Okay, picture this. You're pregnant, you're behind on bills, and you are literally 3 days away from giving birth. This isn't just working hard, you know? This is full-on survival mode. The pressure is absolutely crushing, and the clock is ticking loud. And this is that hamster wheel we're talking about, right? You're constantly moving, constantly stressed, but you're not actually building anything sustainable. And then something had to change. A breakthrough was coming. This is the pivot, the turning point, the moment the real problem was finally identified. And trust me, it was not what you'd expect. We always blame the usual suspects, don't we? Oh, my content isn't good enough, or my strategy must be wrong, or the worst one, I'm just not working hard enough. But the real culprit, the one thing that's actually holding you back, is a lack of clarity. It was never about doing more. It was always about getting clear. This right here, this is the mental shift that changes the entire game. And the result of that shift? Going from a $150 client to landing a $5,000 client. That is the power of clarity. See, when you're clear, your confidence just skyrockets. Your message finally hits home, and your prices start to reflect your true value. So, how do you get that kind of clarity? Well, let's break it down into 7 simple rules. Think of each one as a step on the path to a business that actually works. Ready to finally get clear? Okay, here's our roadmap. We're going to cover mindset, energy, boundaries, pricing, the incredible power of saying no, and, of course, the magic of having good systems. All right, rule number 1. This one is huge. Your business does not start with a website. It starts with how you see yourself. Think about it. If you're unclear on your own value, how can you possibly expect your clients to be? That uncertainty is exactly what leads to chasing those low-paying gigs out of pure desperation. So you've got to take the time to get crystal clear on who you are and what you offer. It's the foundation for everything else. Now, once your mindset is solid, you have to guard your most valuable resource. So, rule number 2, protect your energy. Endless free calls, overthinking every little thing, trying to be everywhere at once, that's not a strategy. It's just a symptom of being unclear. That frantic hustle is what burns you out. Clarity lets you save your energy for the things that actually move the needle. Okay, and this next one builds directly on protecting your energy. Rule number 3, set boundaries. When you're always available, you're seen as an option. But when you have clear, firm boundaries, you're seen as an authority. That feeling of being pulled in a million different directions, that ends right here. You have to choose to be the authority. And being an authority means you can finally own your value with confidence. That brings us to rule number 4. Own your value. If you get nervous when you talk about your prices, that's not really a pricing problem, it's a clarity problem. When you are totally clear on the transformation you provide, your price is just a simple reflection of that value. No apologies, no discounts. You know, a huge part of owning your value is also knowing who it's not for. And that brings us to rule number 5. You have to say no to be able to say yes. Because every single time you say yes to the wrong client, you are by default saying no to the right one. That frantic need to take any work that comes your way is a classic sign of the hustle. Clarity gives you the focus to say no so you can create the results you actually want. And finally, let's put it all together so we can escape that hamster wheel for good. Rule number 6, build a business, not a job. Seriously, ask yourself, are you running a business or have you just created a really high-stress job for yourself? The difference is systems. A real business has systems in place that free you up to focus on what really matters instead of being trapped doing every little thing yourself. So, after all that, What's the one thing you really need to remember? Let's boil it all down to the essentials. Please, stop pushing that boulder up the hill. Your effort is not the problem. It never was. The problem is the direction of your effort. Here it is, the real truth. It all comes down to these three things. If you can get crystal clear on your niche, get clear on your offer, and get clear on your message, you will unlock the clients and the income that you absolutely deserve. So I'll leave you with this. You're working hard enough. I know you are. But are you clear enough? Because that's the question that will change everything.